Okay, gang, second morning of the rustic timber shed build. Now, yesterday, Jason and I finished all the joinery, cut the last of the rafters that we needed to do, cleaned up the log area where we need to start drilling, and yeah, you see that pallet of cement. That's what we're doing this afternoon. So this morning, you see, joinery all finished. Jay's gonna be up here on the table. He's actually gonna be finishing, cleaning up all our tabs after our cut so we make them fit. He's gonna be plunging all of the holes while I go down there, lay out exactly what we need to do for the cement, and then we're gonna get the old big crane over there. We're gonna drill us some holes. And then hopefully Jay's done, same time I'm done. And then cement party, fellas, cement party today.
Can't wait to see this big drill work.
It's gonna drill big, buddy.
Is that 4 feet tall? What is that thing?
It's a 4 foot, it's a pole truck. So this was actually meant to put in telephone poles. So multifunctional crane for me. It's a 19,000 pound crane, a bucket, a driller, 3 jobs. So Dan bought it.
I love using this thing, folks. I love it.
Good? All right, guys. I need to unstow our driller here, which is really simple. Really just rolls up on himself, locks up into here, and when we need him, boom, we're gonna blow a hole. So real simple with this guy is just get him over your hole. Everybody happy with that? Let's give it some.
I'm excited. I haven't seen this one work yet. Drill, baby, drill.
Hard dirt, guys. I mean, this thing, I have the push power of my crane. And I'm only looking to go down 2 feet. It's all we need. We're gonna have a 24-inch hole there.
Beautiful.
So add a little shaker to it. Now we just move it over to the next hole. right, well, I've been down getting all the foundations dug out, building the forms. Jay's been up here polishing all the tenons. That's what he's doing right now. He's just fitting everything. Snuck up on him. So he runs his tenon gate, and then you're checking. He did all the mortising. He's just about done. He's actually in front of me. So I'm gonna run back down, finish the form so we can get this concrete party going. See you, Jay. What's up, guys? Morning, day 3. Got the foundation poured yesterday. Everything's ready to go. With that portion of it, Jason and I have everything for the main frame is already cut and joined together. And this morning, we are going to be making our knee braces. Now, I was a little material short, so Jay's gonna get us 2 more knee braces out of one of our cutoffs. And then we're taking our 4x8s and we're gonna be actually cutting the knee braces. Then we're gonna bring them back up onto the sawmill. We're gonna show you our jig we use, how to cut the tenons on a knee brace. So we'll get back with you.
It's going to be a good day, Dan.
It's always a good day.
That's true.
Okay, guys, this project that we have, we only need to have 10 knee braces here. So everything is actually all cut up. I made all of the initial cuts for it. And actually what we use is this. We've made a knee brace jig for us to cut all of the tenons on our saw. You see how that sits? Flat, perfect. We've already set it to a 45. Now we can actually, I'm gonna do this, Jay.
Crank it down, Dan.
We can actually use our laser, boom, to get exactly where we want. We don't have to worry about anything. So really, we just clamp these down. Jay's gonna run the saw, I'm gonna read the laser, and we're gonna actually cut our tenons for our knee brace without sawing, without the big saw, with our friendly little sawmill here. This jig, 10 minutes to make, fellas. I always keep it around because we do a lot of knee braces. But there we go. Let's get to cutting some. We'll show you how the laser works with this. You'll see how quick and easy we could blow through these 10.
It's a lot of fun, Dan.
It's a lot of fun, Jay.
Oh, I should.
So that's it, boys. We set the laser right here on our line, right here to our cuts. We know we're going to be exactly perfect. We going, Jay?
We're going. All right, here we go. Let's see. Well, everything's out of the way.
There you go. Boys, read the laser. Down. Down. Nope. 1 click down.
1 click down?
Yep. There you go. Not deep enough. I just keep it running, I guess. I don't know. Jay, it's pretty heavy. It is oak. Okay, I got it. You're good to go. Up a little. Right there.
That's it?
There you go. You see how tight we are? It's perfect. It's perfect. But you see, we're always moving. We're always working together, trying to get this to go along a little quicker. Teamwork makes the dream work, fellas. Should be good. Okay, guys. Morning. 4th day morning. And actually the 3rd day we were only able to work a half a day because we had some other things that we had to get taken care of. But we've got all of the joinery cut for the rough cut timber frame shed, and the other day we showed you, boop, built all the knee braces. So we are about ready to pull the crane out of the shop, and Jay and I are going to assemble this bad boy today, get it ready for staining, and then we're going to just hang this baby for you. But we're really just about done. This should be a pretty simple, I hate to say that before we do it, but should be a pretty simple assembly here today. So we'll give you a shot at the end of the day of what we did, what it looks like. We'll see you, fellas.
That's simple in quotes.
I'm ready. This is where we're at, guys. We're actually, Jay's got to do just a couple more mortise holes. We just have to put the 2 bents together. We've actually fit both of the main frames. This is the 2nd beam. We've already got the other ones down there. So we've got all our knee braces cut, fit. We're ready to assemble and actually get it off the table and put it together. But you gotta see, Jay and I flipped this thing over. Look at the 2 bark lines between the 2 different beams. We totally didn't think about that. And one in the middle, if you tried to make that, look at the perfect how it is. We were just building rustic with some of the stuff that we had right here, so we didn't plane, we didn't even look at it. We just fit this together, flipped it over.
I thought we were going to tell them that we did it intentionally.
You know we're not like that, Jay.
It does look good, though.
Nobody could put that together like that. I don't want to say nobody, but don't waste your time because that's going to fall off. And for some reason, we face that towards the back, so no one's going to see it anyway. So we're going to just finish doing the 2 bents, and it's actually time to finish, wax, and yeah, assemble at least the main frame.
Let's put this thing together.
Let's put it together, Jay. All right, we're actually fitting the bents together that we need. And guys, this is just rough sawn right off the mill. No preparation. So this is rough cut. But as we're putting it together, you see, you're checking to make sure all your joints are fitting tight and that you pull your building together square. Just because sometimes these beams have a little bit of, let's say there's a little bit of discrepancy in these beams coming off the mill. They're not perfect, they're not planed. Jay and I had to take this apart again and just reseat this to scribe it perfect into the beam there. But as we're dry fitting it, Normally we would have boards here. We're making an old rough cut barn, so I'm all good with that. We're just actually driving the joints right here. Boom.
Nice.
Okay. As you come back, you can actually see how the joint actually fits over in here now. Now, you actually do have to check. I know we're actually running pretty square. We also tie one here in the back. So, to make my beam square, I know that the measurement, what the measurement is and what it has to be. So, if you make your beam square, check everything right there. I just blew my tape off, but it was perfect at 188 because that's what I need. I'm gonna do it again for you. Boom, 188. Joints look good. Everything's fit tight for this style barn. You can see little dinky discrepancies. That's what makes it look old, cool. You don't have to spend a lot of time finishing this thing. So we're gonna finish getting this one assembled, and the last bent assembled, we're gonna start hanging this baby. Right after Jay gets to finish him a little bit.
I get some touch-ups.
He loves that.
I do love that stuff.
All right, we'll check back in with you guys. All right, I always show you with our fancy tools of what we normally have to do. But look, Jay's up there, old school style.
Can I come down yet, Dad?
Get back to work, dude. You just keep hammering until we're ready. What we're doing, guys, is we actually are attaching into our old building. So I cut in with a chainsaw and made myself a seat right here. We pocketed ourselves out so that we can transfer our beam into it. I did the low one. I like locking Jay up high, up there in the sun, but I just wanted to let you know, yes, we have a chisel. Yes, we use it. Go, Jay.
That's right. Back at it.
All right, we're just finishing these last holes. We're gonna start to get everything moved over here, and we're gonna start to assemble, or get ready to assemble. Try not to rush it. It's a beautiful day. Keep going, buddy, keep going.
I got it, Dad. I got it on the run. Old school style.
All right.
Hairy ass beams.
I know.
I've been sparkling them. How you doing, Jay?
Doing good, Dan. How you doing?
How you good? I'm doing good too.
Staining day.
It's staining day.
On top of many other things.
On top of many other things, not just timber framing, fire building, log cutting. But yeah, we've got all of the joinery and everything finished for the rough cut timber shed, the 16 by 36 shed. These are all the rafters. We're about ready to put our stain on. And actually right now we've got all the wax on the ends, except for these two. But we'll get them. We just moved them up here. So you see we've got our anchor seal put on, and I'm actually about ready to put on some Woodrich Timber Oil brown sugar.
Brown sugar.
All the buildings up here at Timbertown are brown sugar. So we're gonna get to staining.
That's a very nice color.
It is a very nice color, Jay. And it's a beautiful day for staining. That's why we're doing it. And we always stain before we actually assemble anything. Let it get soaked in there. But you see, no planing, no sanding. The only thing we did was rub this with a wire brush. Yep, see, Jay wore it off. And that's all we've done. So pulled them off the mill, joined them. Now we're gonna stain them. Tomorrow I hope we're gonna hang them, but we'll see how that goes. We'll catch up with you when we're all done and we'll show you what the package looks like.
Brown sugar.
Brown sugar.
Check it out.